What's up, everybody? It's your man, Chris Gunther. Thank you guys for watching this disclaimer. The reason why I'm making this disclaimer, I did an interview with DJ Swin. We made sure to wear our mask, all right? We did not break the social distancing rules. The only time we took the mask off was when we conducted the interview. I hope you guys enjoy this interview with DJ Swin on The Chris Gunther Show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure that you like and share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. On today's show, I'm chopping it up. My friend, my bro, Loud 102.3's own DJ Swin. What's going on with you, brother?
Yes, sir. What's happening, man?
You got the perfect radio voice, man.
Hey, man, I've been training on this voice for 11 years, so it better be good.
That might have been the greatest. What's up, man? I love it, bro. Well, first things first, thank you for taking this time away, man. Greatly appreciate you.
Nah, man, thank you for coming, man. It was one phone call away, and you were right on time, and I'm looking forward to it, man. Hit me with everything you got.
I got you, man. Well, real quick, how did you even start with Loud 102.3? Like, how did this whole thing come about for you?
Okay, man, how much tape you got? Let's go ahead and get started right
now. We got some time.
All right, so I'm in Valdosta, Georgia at the time. And Valdosta, Georgia, I definitely have so much love for everyone there at Black Crow Media and the entire city of Valdosta, Georgia, South Georgia, and North Florida. At the time, man, I had did everything. From the universities to the military. Big shouts out to VSU, Moody Air Force Base, Wild Adventures. I even jumped out of a plane with the U.S. Army. Like, I did everything.
Out the plane with the
Jumped out the plane with the U.S. Army Golden Knights. Shouts out to my man Jimmy.
God bless you for that.
Right, that's another story. And so I take a trip to Vegas for vacation, and I'm having a great time. That jump was the defining factor. Number one, that was my first taste of freedom. All right, and I listened to Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
He said, "Man, sometimes you just got to jump." And I wanted to do that because I wanted people who make decisions to know that and realize we need this guy. Because the only reason why I did it was because of radio. I've done some amazing things because of radio and through radio. So it's like, great, I did that. Then I go to Vegas, and it's like, yo, man, I'm free. I'm ready to spread my wings. What's next? So I get a call from my guy who actually puts me in the game back in Macon, Georgia. I've been doing radio 11 years.
Yeah.
All right. So he's in New Orleans at the time. He calls me. He says, man, my guy is in Memphis, but he's leaving. He's going to Washington.
Wow.
You need to give them a call and see is the job available. And sure enough, it was. And I was the front runner for the job. So I called another one of my partners, which I want to tell you guys this, man. Build your network.
Yeah.
Build your network. Do not burn bridges. You never know what position someone else will be in to be able to help you further along in your career or in life in general. All right? So I called one of my guys who's in the record label business. He works for Warner Brothers. And I know that he knows markets. That's pretty much what his job and his career is all about. Taking A-list, B-list artists to different A-list and B-list, top markets, top 100 markets on their radio run. Memphis is up there.
It is.
And he tells me about Youngstown, just to give me leverage for my next conversation with Memphis on negotiation. And so I didn't hear from Memphis for about 2 weeks, and he calls me back. He's like, man, I think this Youngstown job would be really, really good for you. He knows my passion. I want to own radio stations. And yeah, I feel like if I get into anything, eventually I want to own it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're not doing it just for fun. So great. This was a brand new radio station. And when I say brand new, this wasn't here.
No, it was not.
Anything that you see in here right now, Chris, was trash. And they, thank you to the YMHA building and staff for cleaning everything up for us. But now we just have this empty, beautiful building. But anyway, I paid a visit last August after a phone call with my guys from the record label Counterpart, who's one of the owners. I get on the phone with him, then I get on the phone with another owner. There's 4 owners. And he flies me out to Pittsburgh. We take the drive over to Youngstown. We eat at Bistro.
Yeah.
And then we have drinks at Federal. And I meet DJ Chip Banks.
Yeah.
I meet Downtown Jay. I think that same night I met Stan the Man.
So you met 3 of the top, like, in terms of entertainment people behind us, and you met 3 of the top people from here then.
Yeah, on my first visit.
Oh, that's how you know they wasn't playing.
Because
it was like, look, we got to get you with the right people.
The owners already knew, and they had already been doing their research and talking. So by the time I came into the fold, it was like, hey, these are the guys. And it's like, great. So I make the decision on the flight back to Jacksonville, back to Georgia. Like, I'm going to go to Youngstown. Now, Memphis is a much bigger market. But again, here was an opportunity to spread my wings, leave my state, leave my region, and go to a completely different world. Memphis would have been very, very familiar.
Yeah.
You know, here's an opportunity to go to the Midwest, live in a place I have never been, experience cold, legit cold, experience 4 seasons. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'm taking the job. And then I moved here September 13th. My aunt, she drove me up from South Georgia, Valdosta, Georgia. It's a 14-hour drive. We met in Atlanta, which is a 10-hour drive from here. And we did it, man.
God bless y'all for them 13 and them 10-hour drive. I'm convinced if I have to drive past 5 hours, it's not meant for me to be there. It's not meant for me.
With a U-Haul on the back of the truck, you know what I mean?
No, sir. Nah, I'm good. But that's still, that's a very interesting story of how, your past prepared you for here.
Yep.
What has Youngstown showed you so far that you love?
Youngstown so far has shown me progression and growth. Have you been downtown lately?
Yeah, I have.
I feel like I was the last of the Mohican of that wave of what Youngstown used to be. Youngstown is growing. And I didn't see it when I paid my visit in August. And for 4 months, actually, man, when I moved here, we were still building this radio station. So I was off air for 4 months, which had never happened in, at that time, my 10-year, getting close to 11-year career. So I was itching. And once the pandemic hit, ironically, in March, I see these guys on Federal Street. Construction doesn't stop. It doesn't matter what's going on.
Don't I know it?
And then my eyes started to begin to open. And I'm like, okay, Youngstown is growing. Not only here in the downtown area, but I see what I was on. I'm still getting my streets together. I was on a main street last night. What's the street that Red Lobster and you have your all the restaurants and
so
all
you was
the,
on South Ave all the way up on Market Street because you had Red Lobster.
Okay.
You had Outback. You had
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, so you had all of the restaurants.
Right. So if you go down that road, construction going on, man.
Yeah.
Market Street just finished doing half of the street, and let me tell you, boy, when I moved here, Market Street
it was like trying to be in a game of Mario Kart.
Man.
Because you got to turn this way, turn this way, turn this way, and then now you got a little bit of peace, and then they still mess your car up. I'm glad y'all decided to fix that daggone street, man.
Thank you. Because if you ride too hard on that street, your muffler will fall off.
Don't I know it? I've seen it happen.
But the construction in the city is happening. The progression in the city is happening, and I love that. That encourages me every day to just keep going, keep moving. It's always moving and shaking.
Do you feel that this radio station has contributed more to the growth of the city?
Yeah, that's what a radio station does. Once you have the right players and you're doing the right things, and number one, when I move here, when I move anywhere, my number one objective is to build trust with the community. Number one. A wise woman told me, if you forget about the community will forget about you.
Yeah.
All right, point blank period. So the way to remedy that is to build trust. Do what you said you're going to do. Do what is not expected but is loved. Get it done. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, the radio station is changing the trajectory because let's be frank. Youngstown didn't have a hip-hop station for several years.
No, they didn't. The last relevant station we had was 101.9.
Right.
Shout out to Luck Penny. All y'all remember Luck. But it
Truly.
was shout out to him because he was the one that was behind it, and then they left.
Right.
And then we didn't have anything. So, yeah, you're right. It was not a hip-hop station.
So when there is an absence of a hip-hop station, there is essentially an absence of the culture. All right? And especially how we do radio here, even in the pandemic, we make sure that we take all measures in account to keep our listeners safe during such a rough time. So when we just gave away $3,000 in the last 3 weeks, And winners were able, and our listeners were able to come here. We provided masks. If they didn't have one, we provided the hand sanitizer. We did our social distancing and our pictures, even in the studio. And when was the last time you went to a radio station? For some of our listeners, this is their first time. When was the last time you won something on the radio? For some of our listeners, this is the first time.
Yeah.
And that is what changes your city. You know what I mean? Those type of actions. Even with our Juneteenth event. I'm so proud of my entire team, man. And big salute to my man Chip Banks, because he put a lot of work in that. And with the climate of the country,
yeah,
and to be able to pull off the Juneteenth event how we did, with the help of so many, man. We did between 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the amphitheater, Youngstown amphitheater. We did about 1,300 people. The health department's there, city council is there. Unfortunately, the mayor couldn't make it there at the time. He was in quarantine.
Yeah.
So many vendors and just so many different small businesses was there. Those are the type of events and the type of actions that change the climate of your city. You know what I mean? We're definitely bringing that, our culture, the hip hop culture, back into the heart of Youngstown, and I love it.
Who have been some of the people that have welcomed you with open arms here as soon as you touch down?
Man, my OG, DJ Stander, man. He's number one. Downtown Jay has introduced me to everybody he knows.
That's Jay all the way.
Yeah.
That's Jay all the way.
Right. DJ Steve Fish, R.I.P. We love you, my brother. I'm talking about this guy. Brought me in, didn't know me from a can of paint, man. Just would allow me to. I left all my speakers and equipment and stuff like that back in Georgia. Yes, Swin, you can use this. Let me help you out with this. I'm like, man, this guy. And now he's up there spinning records for Jesus Christ in heaven right now. That's what I believe, straight up. Big shouts out to Mindy. If it wasn't for Mindy, this interview probably would have happened.
Big shout out to Mindy.
It would have happened later on down the road, but Mindy was like, let's go. she pushed
Love
the
her,
button.
man, yeah.
Man, those are the names that come to mind, like immediate. My guys, DJ Maze Phase and Rios, DJ Dream. I'm talking about just take you under my wing real quick, young guys, and they remind me a lot of myself and my crew back when we were in college, and tremendous shout out to those guys as well. If I missed anyone, man, please don't beat me up when y'all see this.
It seems that, you've been welcomed here with open arms and people really tune in to Loud 102.3. What does that make you guys feel like to know that we're doing something that hasn't been done here in quite a long time and it's getting a lot of positive reviews?
Man, that makes us feel amazing. Fantastic. That makes you want to continue to do more. Point blank, period. And that's what we've been doing, man. Since the pandemic, we did a stimulus giveaway in March, followed by a Echo Dot giveaway with a pizza delivery from Pizza Pan. Followed that with Father's Day giveaway at Handyman Ace Hardware. Came back and did another stimulus package for 3 weeks. And we have our CEO promotion that's on the way. Currently, the 3-3 show is on, so we're showing love to all of our independent artists. And the more excitement we get from the city of you and our listeners, the more we're like, what's the next idea? We got to come up with something for September or October, November, throughout the rest of the year. We want to just continue to do more. So thank you guys for really pouring in and believing and listening, because all you guys are doing is putting fuel on this fire, man, straight up. And what that means is we give more to you guys. We give back to you guys. So that's a tremendous feeling.
What are some of the things that you guys have coming up that the people can look forward to?
Again, currently the 3-3 show. Independent artist hasn't had a platform in this market for years. Now you guys have an opportunity to have your music on the radio, all right? And we do this every Sunday at 7 p.m. and it's going to grow to Saturday, and then it's going to grow to weekdays, and you're going to be hearing independent artists throughout my show, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, weekdays, right here on Loud. The CEO competition. All right, this is dope. I've never heard of this in my life. I've never heard of a radio station even attempting to do what we're going to do now. I've heard of competitions, who wants to be a DJ competition and things like that. But the structure of this promotion is going to be, I get excited, man. So I'm trying to really just calm my chi. We're going to take to social media and promote CEO. And then we're going to select winners for several weeks, all right? And our listeners, average people who work at Popeyes, who has their own business, you are a nail tech, you are a nursing assistant, you're a special education college student. If you ever had the dream of wanting to talk on the radio for an entire hour right after my show, you're going to be able to program the radio station. Play what you want to play, talk about what you want to talk about, and DJ Swin and others on the staff, we are going to teach you how to do radio. And we're going to blow you up. Once we make that selection, you're going to get blown up all over social media, and you're going to be in this studio right next to us talking on the radio. That's amazing, man, to just, essentially pull people off the street. Hey, you want to do radio? Yeah, come here. Yeah. That doesn't happen, man. People don't get opportunities like that.
I never really told the story like as much in detail because people see the Chris Gunther show now. But if you've been following me, you know that this actually started in 2014, back when I was doing radio at good old YSU Rookery. And you are right. A lot of people don't get a chance to be on radio, mainly because sometimes they're afraid. They don't really have the confidence for it, or they feel like they're going to mess up. But it is one of the best careers, man. It's so much fun. And that hour goes by so quick. Like, you'll look up and be like, oh, shoot, this is the time to go?
Right. You having fun, man. Like how you said earlier, Chris, hit me with it.
Hit you with the...
We were talking about time.
Oh, yeah, man. Like, okay, so say, for instance, you start your show at 7, and it's supposed to be from 7 to 9.
Yep.
You'll look up and be like, oh, shoot, but time flies when you're having fun.
When you're having fun,
man, time goes by so quick because, like, I remember when I was doing it, like, I was number 1 every year.
Right.
And then leave, graduate, go on to do other things, and in my mind, I still got so much more to do, but that doesn't stop me. If anything, it keeps me going. How do you stay motivated in the difficult times?
What difficult times? Look, I went through some of the most difficult times in my life in my 20s, you know what I mean? And when you're supposed to go through it. So now it's like, man, nothing compares to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing compares to that. And just to give you just a little taste, in my 20s, man, I had finally made full-time on radio. I get to live my dream now, but I live in Fort Valley State. I live in Fort Valley, Georgia. I went to Fort Valley State University. I'm an HBCU kid.
Yes, sir.
Fort Valley State University. Got to say it like that. And so I finally made full-time at the radio station that I'm part-time at. At that time, it was, it's still there, Power 107.1 in Macon, Georgia. Salute to the Mac Town. And 6 days a week, I can't drive 45 minutes from Fort Valley all the way to the radio station every day. So I moved to the only place I could afford, which is the Riverview Motel. All right. Now, this motel is ancient old. I'm talking about like James Brown old, okay?
Dang.
So you can imagine in mid 2000s, 2004, 2013, 14, something like that. It was pretty run down. I don't want to talk too bad about it. So another uncensored type of conversation. But I can afford $400 a month living in this motel at a 5th floor suite with the club right here in my parking lot. Yeah. So it's like the hottest radio DJ and the hottest, youngest radio DJ at the time lives here. Nobody knew, what I mean? And it was when Truffle Butter, Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Lil Wayne was at its height. Like, that record was hot. And I'm a huge Wayne fan. I believe Wayne is the best rapper alive.
I think he's the greatest of all time. I think second next to Jay-Z. I'm just going to be honest. I think
cool.
Jay's one. I think Wayne's two.
That's cool. Lil Wayne is to me the greatest rapper. T.I. is my favorite rapper. All right, so boom. Lil Wayne says, I can be broke and keep $1 million smile. I'm living in a motel paying $400 a month. I had to pay $100 every Friday. On some Fridays, I literally had to go do a live broadcast, get $100 from my 2-hour live broadcast, come back, here you go, Mr. Eddie, this is my rent. Because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, up until Friday, 5 p.m., I did not have that money. No, that's how it be, man. That's struggle right there, And so, and at that point of time, to be completely honest with you, that was coming out of an even greater struggle. So
Yeah.
now in my early 30s, it's like, man, nothing compares to that, man. Nothing compares to that. And then, you know, when you look around and you see progression in the city you live, you see progression in OGs. OGs helped me out a lot. Let's just go down the list correctly. God, my mom, friends and family, and OGs. Those people I look at every day and I see how well they're doing, and it's like, get up and let's go. And I like new and I like fresh. And when it's new and when it's fresh, it makes me want to get out of bed. It makes me, if I'm having a negative thought, it helps me to change my mind. Like, let's go, man. This is a new day.
Yeah.
It's a new start. It's a new something. And that's my motivation for sure.
The motivation that you have and the passion you have, it shows, and we appreciate you. If anybody wanted to connect with you or follow you on social media, how can they do that?
Boom, DJ Swin _$1,000,000 smile on Instagram. That's DJ SWIN _$1,000,000 smile on the gram. Twitter, DJ Swin _1,000,000. Snapchat is super swinning. And Facebook, I love Facebook, man. I'm lit on the book. Tony DJ Swin Swinson, all right? That's how you guys can keep up with me. And of course, here you can listen every day, weekdays, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Power Up Radio is on Loud 102.3. And of course, our direct connect, 330-333-9904. Hit up that request line so we can put y'all boys on the radio.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. DJ Swin on the Chris Gunther Show. I'll catch y'all next time. Like and share. I'm out.